because of like some people, you know, there are people that are really passionate, but it ain't for them. You know, and there are people that are in love with it, but not really connecting with the music as they should.
Alright, welcome. My name is Balisa Pacho, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself, all the way from 012, Mamelodi's finest. Welcome once again to the Mormuse podcast. Anyway, welcome Marvin Lukas.
Yeah, that is
welcome to the Mormuse podcast.
Yeah.
Tell us, who is Marvin Lukas? Tell us all about yourself.
Marvin Lukas, how can I say this? There's a lot of ways to describe me.
Hey man, wait, you looking fresh, boy?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm a kid.
Drip on flake. Yeah. So I was born in the Northwest in a small place called Diamondsville.
Yeah.
Then at a very young age, we moved to Mamelodi. I've been here ever since until I moved to town. But then, yeah, Marvin Lukas is a rapper. Let me just say he's an artist.
Yeah.
I don't like putting myself in a box saying that I'm a rapper because I do so many things. But yeah, Marvin Lukas is a very cool person that has traveled the world, a person that's yet to travel the world more, you know. I'm an ambitious person,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I like experiencing new things. I like building new relationships, you know, and most importantly, I'm a lover, you know, and you can get that from my music as well.
Is the music downstairs not disturbing us? I'm gonna kill my house. It's not. Okay. So when did you start making music?
I started making music in like the 7th grade. I don't remember which year it was, because I started off with poetry, and that was like back in like 2007, 2008. And then in 2010, that's when I recorded like my first song. Yeah.
Was it, of course, in the department that you're in now, like love songs, or were you still starting out rapping, figuring things out?
Yeah, it was, when we start off, like, it's always about bars and shit, you know, because like, it's always about bars and shit, and like, when you move from like your primary school to like your high school version, I feel like that's when I really adapted well into like the music scene, because like you always have like these ciphers, you know, these open mics and stuff, and I'll see like these big bros like doing the most, you know, and from there I just wanted to do better.
7th grade, starting out with music.
Yeah.
What was your mom's reaction to everything?
My mom's reaction, she was really happy, you know.
It was not like, hey, no, school.
No, not really, and I think it's also like it's a cultural difference that we have with like most of us here in South Africa.
Because we know black moms.
Yeah, black moms, you know. But I'm colored, you know. Yeah, ek praat mooi Afrikaans. Yeah. So yeah, my mom was like really like she accepted everything. In fact, she was like happy that I was actually doing something instead of like smoking drugs in the streets, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So in this case, music saved you.
Yeah, it did.
Drama.
Yeah, it saved me a lot of drama because like I had a reason, like I'm doing this, you know. So I don't see why you can hate this. Even my mom like was like, okay, keep on doing that, you know. Yeah.
How has the journey been from when you were, of course, trying to discover and understand yourself in terms of the music phase till now?
It's been crazy. I can tell you this. It's been crazy. It's been difficult. And especially like when you start off, there's like a lot of things that influence you to stop, you know, that you're not good enough, negative comments and all that. I can tell you this one thing. I want rappers would know like this thing that we call biting. When I was like very young, I ended up like reciting a line that I heard in like shit from like, you know, all radio podcasts and shit. And then somebody picked it up. It's like, no man, that's a Mickey M. That's a Mickey M line. What's up with you? I don't know that. You know what I mean? And just like certain things like that kind of like put you off. I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? But then at the same time, for me, I took all that negative energy because I really wanted this for myself, you know? And I turned it into something very positive, and I ended up just like getting better.
How was my makeup? Still fine. See, and how do I look? Good to lead Okay.
Yeah.
So your mom is the dominant parent in this case. She supported you throughout.
Yeah, she is.
And does she listen to your music? Have
She
you had
does.
to explain to Ishaba like I was heartbroken. It's going through the most.
You know, like my mom, she's like one of my biggest fans. She dances to my music.
Really?
Yeah, she dances to my. We have videos like where she dances to my music and shit. And yeah, she's a vibe. She's a whole vibe when it comes to like my music. Very supportive, yeah, and all that.
Okay. So of course you came to Mamelodi at a certain stage in your life, right?
Yeah,
So now I'm guessing people are aware that you make music.
Yeah.
Specifically Lifechanging.
yeah.
Okay. Do they support you?
Not necessarily.
Why? Why do you think they don't?
I think it's because they know me that well. They know me like that, you know? There's this thing like when you're looking for people to support your movement or your business, you're not going to get it from people that are close to you, your friends and shit and all that, but you're actually going to get it from the market out there, people that barely know you, strangers that get to listen to your stuff and be like, oh my God, that, you know what I mean? People around you more, they just look at your next move. They look at what you're about to do and all that. And most of them, they just hate. It's a thing that I've like, it took me time to like realize, but then people are just waiting for your downfall, especially people around you. I don't know, is it because like maybe things are not working out for themselves, but it's a thing with a lot of black people that I know, because the black people around me, that yazin lo no, you know, and all this type of thing. But I've always been relevant and true to myself. Eventually those people that are really closest to me, like people that are around me, people that saw me grew up and all that, they only gonna really like support my music once I'm up there, and they're gonna be like, oh, I know that person, he used to live down the street, you know what I mean? I saw this person every day, I saw this person in school and all that, you know. But I feel like the true, you know what I mean, like the true support comes from the strangers that you meet along the way, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Are you guys sure this music's not loud? It hasn't got vibrate.
It's not listening to the sound as it records. There's no music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 3 brothers. One late brother, and then 2 of them are twins.
So now would they play a very good role in your life as to your music, supporting, they pump?
I feel like when it comes to my family, siblings are, to be exact, they do support, but I feel like they intervene more when it comes to like personal stuff, you know, like my emotions and all that. If I reach out, that's when they like gonna, you know. But when I dropped like my first single, like officially, which was Halo last year, they really supported me. Like they really pushed it as well from their side and all that, and they put all their differences aside and be like, this is my little brother, this is what's happening, you know what I mean? But I feel like my family is more supportive emotionally and making sure that I'm okay.
You speak to the mind or to the heart?
The mind.
You speak to the mind.
Yeah.
Why not the heart? We love songs.
I do love songs. When I do my love songs, that's when I speak from the heart. But in general, I speak from the mind, because like the heart can really fail you in most cases.
Your heart is
you know? Yeah, so I feel like the only time I can be like really vulnerable and speak about myself is like when I'm on the mic, when I'm in the booth, you know, writing something or, you know, laying something down. Yeah.
Let's talk love.
Okay.
Your music dominating our love songs.
Yeah.
Of course, certain experiences.
Yeah.
Are you currently in love?
No.
Okay.
I'm currently experiencing, not in love.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that help in terms of your writing process and delivering music?
I want to say sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The thing is, I know what love is, and to really know what love is, you have to actually experience it. And I can tell any other person that, you know what, I love them and all that, you know, but bottom line is that, what do I want for myself?
Okay.
Do I see this love growing? Do I see myself, you know, burning bridges for this? You know what I mean? So yeah, love is a very big word to me.
I'm so touched. Aren't you guys touched? That's Mr. done. About Joel, man. That's
I'll take your advice and listen.
Okay. I'm trying to touch base on. I just don't want to go too deep.
I don't mind, actually.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go as far as you want.
We'll make tea. Keep these up.
Ask keep and fit. I mean, like, we gotta entertain the people at home at the end of the day.
Okay. Do you have a family of your own? Do you have a child? Do you have a person that you could say you also confide in most cases, since you're not in a relationship?
Okay, fine. I have people that I confide in, you know, people that I feel safe around. And I do have a child. His name is Imari. He was born in 2018.
Name, my boy.
Yeah, his name is Imari. It means loyalty and faith. The reason why I named him that, because I was a very disloyal fuck. Part of my French. You know, and the moment I had him, my whole vision, perspective changed on life. No. I'm like this. I feel like I've ran through the whole phase. Some call it the whole phase.
You've not experienced whole phase. Try. You've experienced whole phase. Whole face. Put my face. Yeah.
Jump on this one and get on the next.
You're good, James.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were that, and of course having your child, that was a life-changing moment for you.
It was, yeah.
And how has that played a role in your music as a whole?
A very dominant role, to be honest, because like everything I speak about, the next time I get in a booth, the only thing I think about is that I'm actually building a legacy here, you know? And I'm not just doing this for fun. I'm doing this because I want to make something out of my life, and I want to make something out of my kids' life. You know, I want to leave something before I go, and I want to make an example for other kids out there, but more importantly, like my family, you know, my son, you know.
How does it feel to be a dad? How does it feel to be a parent as a whole? Say, you must not jump the word stressful. Say, stressful.
Okay, stressful. It's stressful, but at the same time, it's a blessing, you know, because now instead of thinking for one person, you're thinking for two.
Yeah.
You know, thinking for the other person as well, because this person has your DNA flowing through their veins.
Can he speak?
Yes, he can.
Huh?
Yes, he can. So it plays a major role, because like every single thing that I put out there, every single thing that I drop, every single move that I make, you know, I also have to think about him, you know, because like for us, most of us, let me just say most of us black people, we don't have this thing of like generational wealth, you know. So for most of us in this generation, we are like the founders, you know. We are like those people that are gonna like set the bar, like from here, this is when you start building for people that are coming after you, for your family, you know, your legacy and all that. We're only becoming like broke at this moment, you know. But yeah.
As to presenting yourself, of course, to the public,
Yeah.
in terms of your journey,
Yeah.
what challenges have you faced from being Marvin Lukas, of course, as an artist now,
Yeah.
and presenting yourself and having an experience of actually being on stage?
Yeah.
What challenges literally have you encountered along the way?
Number one, the biggest challenge is crowd movement.
Yeah.
You know,
Leo.
cause like when you start up, you know, you do so many shows. Most of them are free. But at the same time, it's about, can you actually touch the crowd? Can you make them dance? Can you make them move? And I won't lie, there were times where I was like, I went on stage and everybody was like, yeah, I'm waiting for house, I'm waiting for piano, I'm waiting for this. You know what I mean? And it's all based on the setting. But because of like the talent and because of the passion and how motivated you are, you take everything that comes your way, especially when you're an upcoming artist. Everything that comes your way, every single opportunity, you embrace it, you face it head on, and the outcome is not always the same, you know? And also via social media, some people have this thing of being popular from childbirth and all that, you know, growing up, being young, like everybody just likes you and you have the thing that you have a boost, you know what I mean? But in terms of me, I was never that kid. I was that kid that was always like indoors, you know. I was the different kid, you know. Imagine a colored boy in 2004 coming to Mamelodi, speaking all Afrikaans and shit, and speaking this English, you know, this English with an American accent and all that, and everybody's like, you know what I mean? You know, you know, and it's, you only get to like realize late and at a later stage that, you know, it's like these people, they just didn't understand you. You know what I mean? But I feel like now society is getting to understand us more. Yeah, I'm understood more because of like the people that have also paved the way and how the world has been adapting to change, you know? Yeah.
Why do you think we experience this? Like, Mokas, going to a gig and people want amapiano while you're busy. Because I have an experience of that. Of course, I was mentioning this literally in my interview with Ray Gotti now, that it's a thing, and I don't think as an audience they probably understand how it feels, you know, because you're on stage and you're trying to push yourself, you're trying to present yourself, you're giving it your all, and now people are just disregarding that.
Yeah.
What do you think causes that? Would you say maybe it's my lack of knowledge of our genre or our space as artists? Because they listen to Badrik. But when we have to perform as Badrik,
you know, I feel like, especially in the hood, people only really start fucking with you the moment that you start popping. You know, the moment that you start shaking hands with big people in the game, you know. It's a stereotype that's gonna take a while to like disappear in our society, and mainly because of like some people, you know, there are people that are really passionate but it ain't for them, you know, and there are people that are in love with it but not really connecting with the music as they should, you know, because like I feel like your passion, it takes your mind, it takes your heart, it takes your soul. You know what I mean? Like everything that you write down, everything that you lay and all that, it has to have that feeling. And we have so many people that are full of gimmicks out there. You know, so many people that will hop on the stage and then they just disappoint us. You know what I mean? And now it just created that thing. I would see like, no, this one is not cool enough. This one is not this. Fine, you're a rapper, you Marvin, but are you Casper? Are you nasty?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you, you know? There's that thing, you know, and I don't really blame the society because like hip-hop hasn't really grown to that point yet. I feel like hip-hop is very young in our country, and if I was maybe in America, it was going to be different, you know. I was going to go to an open mic, I was going to go to a show, and people are going to bump to my stuff and like, yo, that's Marvin Lukas, you know what I mean? But the fact that we're here and our roots they don't come from hip hop in general, you know. They come from like your kwaitos and all that, you know, jazzies and all that, you know. You need to look like from like where we come from and where we actually going, where we are at the moment, you know. And I think the past has had so much of an impact that majority of people have been moved particularly because of these songs and because of these songs. And then when they look at hip hop, they look at hip hop as a foreign thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not your thing. This thing.
It was there before.
It was there before. No lie. I'm not gonna lie. It was there before. But at the same time, the people that were there before, like I'm talking about in your 1990s, you know, in your 2000s, the people that were there before, where are they now? You know,
But
because
they're still legendary. We know of them.
you know they still legendary, but most of them fail to build something that's actually solid. How many people that you can be like, okay, that's Andre 3000, you know what I mean? That's Diddy, you know? Look at Diddy. That's Diddy. He's still relevant to this day, and he's been here since when? The age of Biggie, the age of Pac, you know, that nigga has been here. You know what I mean? So we haven't had that setting because like society has been more focused on what the originality that we had to bring as a country, you know? And what people tend to forget is that we are human beings, we are people. So if this one is gonna do hip hop, if this one is gonna do this, there's another person in America that's doing house music right now. You know what I mean? There's somebody in Ghana right now that's doing amapiano. You know what I mean? But where did it all originate from? Here. You know what I mean? So it's a timely thing. Honestly, it's a timely thing.
What was I talking about?
I don't even.
You were talking. Oh, you were talking. Okay. So as to giving out your music, do you receive like enough love? Do your streams reach the way? Of course not gonna be much. Looking at the state that we are in as people that are trying to push, you know, people don't really give into your music or to who you are, which hurts, right? And I think in this case, that's another reason why I want to touch base on the event, but of course I'll tell you, do you get enough love in terms of music?
No, I don't. But I don't reflect badly on that. I literally feel like it's what's to be expected, you know? And at the same time, you have to like study the South African music culture in general, you know? I feel like the moment you're gonna start getting that love, when you be like, yeah, I'm getting love now, is when you start working with people that are already in the industry, you know? That's when society really labels you as an industry person, you know. It's like when they start seeing you shaking hands with those people, you know what I mean? But for now, as an upcoming artist, it's just a matter of like pushing promotions, you know, trying to reach more people. And you know, I can push a promotion on Instagram and I can get about 7,000 views or like followers. It does help, but then out of that 7,000, I can only find like 52 people that are actually willing to follow, you know? 52 people that are willing to get to like stream my songs and shit, you know? So promotion is also like a key thing, but also promotion takes a lot of money, and for you to reach a larger audience, it takes a lot of capital, especially as an upcoming artist.
How do you think we can better our ways of getting more or reaching enough or more of an audience in this case? Whether in terms of marketing, because also we can say other people don't have this knowledge as to how to market yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like some people, like mostly artists, they have different ideas of how they can actually reach that, you know? I remember when I was starting up, like I thought like going to Samro, registering my music was gonna be enough. Going to ETV, you know, telling them that I have this, you can use this as a background song, maybe in one of your episodes or whatsoever, you know. Back then Rhythm City used to contribute a lot. But for me personally, I feel like you literally gotta have that capital, you know. You have rappers in the game that put a price tag on a feature and all that. Literally, I'm a business minded person. I'm literally down to be like, hey yo, Reese, I have 20 grand, you know. I just want an 8 bar, you know. Or I just go nasty. I got 20 grand. I just want a hook. You know what I mean? So it's about actually raising that capital, because at the end of the day, if you look at it at the business side of you, it takes money to make money. You know what I mean? And for you to raise that capital, you gotta look at different ways. Don't just be focused on like music, like me getting gigs is gonna get me in or whatsoever. Me getting gigs is gonna get me a dope ass manager that's gonna dump everything on me, because at the end of the day, even your manager is somebody that you're gonna have to pay at the end of the day, you know. So where I'm at, I'm like literally getting enough capital to work with people in the industry, and at the same time shoot videos with people that are already in the industry. You know, our Cloud Cassette, you know, our what's this guy's name? Kyle White, you know. And yeah, those type of niggas in the game. I feel like once you start working with people that already know the industry, people that already have like an image in the industry, even the whole community can see that, okay, wow, okay, he just worked with Kyle White. You know what I mean? Kyle White is the guy that shot Nasty's video for whatever, you know? Kyle White is the guy that did this. Cloud Cassette did this, you know what I mean? These guys were cotton faced, you know? This guy worked with Ricky, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta like, because like, I feel like you don't get to like look at music at a point of view, I would say like it's just your passion. You know, it's not just your passion. If you really want to make something out of it, you got to look at it as an entrepreneur, you know?
I want to touch base on something that you just mentioned now.
Yeah.
Educate us a bit.
Yeah.
This feature situation.
Yeah.
Is it necessary to pay a person for a feature knowing that they are also going to get percentage, right? As to everything being distributed?
Well, it depends on the initial agreement that you have with the person, you know. Because if I put an amount on your face and be like, okay, fine. For example, Reese, I'm just gonna stick to Reese because he's Praetorian. I'm gonna give Reese 20K. In that agreement, it means like 20K is what I'm paying you to put your verse out there. You know what I mean?
So it doesn't come back again.
It doesn't come back again, and you want to get royalties as well. You know what I mean? Unless if you're going to have like a royalty agreement that, you know what, let's do this song, I'll give you 60% of the song. Or I'll give you like 40% of the song. Or I'll give you 70% of the song. You know what I mean? Eventually you just have to reach that agreement. But I initially don't like... I don't think you have to pay somebody at the same time, give them royalty rights. I feel like that's just extortion, you know. Yeah, it is extortion. But whatever agreement that you have with the artist, it may be that, you know what, you want this, or because like I feel like once you're in the industry, that's when you can start dividing royalties and shit, you know, because you know this person has a good following, so many people are probably going to download the song, so many people are probably going to stream the song, and then I can get 60% off this instead of like putting a price on this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love how you present yourself for one.
Yeah.
I think everything mentioned makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
At this point, it's a matter of how we move forward end of the day as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we will, of course, encounter a lot.
Yeah.
Both good and bad. Where's my bag? Okay, sorry. Both good and bad. You just have to be prepared. You just have to be ready for it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think also who you link yourself with is another thing. And I'm not saying, hey, connection. No. Your surroundings is important.
Yeah.
I will be in communication with a certain person, and not because I'm trying to slide my way through, but because I entrust that every knowledge that I'll be getting from you is going to be beneficial to me, to my career, and how I move forward.
Yeah.
You know, of course now, specifically as people that are trying to push, I feel we need to be educated when it comes to a lot of things. Because now, there's a lot that's happening in the music industry, a lot of drama, you know. We see that from people that are up there. From record labels doing what? That other record label, let's not mention it. That other one, they know. Now they're just fucking people over. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's war.
Yeah.
Don't cut this short. Just kidding. You know? But I think, for one, as an artist right now, it makes sense that you know how to go about making the music and putting it out there.
Yeah.
I love how, in fact, you're giving us a depth. Every answer has depth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm proud of the fact that I actually know you, you know, and I know everything that goes on, you know. And we actually share a lot of mutual aspects as to how this journey is.
Yeah.
You know? Can we expect new music for you anytime soon?
Yeah. Clearly. I don't have a date for everything, but what I can say is that I came up from nothing and kept my discretion. I do this for hours and run off the seconds. Usher my words like these are confessions. Out of this world, I'm teleconnected. What's your depression? Yeah. You know what I mean?
He will make it pop. We just have to say it. Yes, I mean. Whoa, thank you.
You know? But then, there's a new team that I'm putting together. There's a new guy that I'm trying to get on board. Basically, he's already on board, but we haven't done our first project yet. His name is Braun Nkosi. We've been talking a lot lately, and yeah, man. What I can tell you what to expect now is a single and visuals, but don't expect the visuals from the single because, like, I have a lot in the bag, you know. I have a lot in the bag, and I had a lot of people like telling me like, why aren't you releasing music? Why aren't you doing this? There's a lot that goes to like releasing music, you know. I don't want to release I don't want to release a song that I know I'm only going to get like 100 streams from it, and I'm only going to get like 52 streams from it because I'm not going to lie, I'm upcoming. People in Cape Town don't know Marvin Lukas, you know. People in Durban,
they do,
you know, until they do, So everything is about marketing and finding a great business plan that's like, from this we're moving to this, you know. And it all starts with this, actually. For me, it all starts with this, you know. The podcast, whenever it gets aired, you know, from there you're gonna start seeing like a lot of like movement from Marvin Lukas. I'm planning on releasing a new single this year.
Talking about love.
Probably not. Probably not. Last year I released like 2 singles. They're out there on Spotify. It's Halo and More Booty, More Problems. You know that one? Yeah. This year I'm just trying to like show a different side, you know what I mean? Show a different side, and at the same time I want to release a body of work, but I'm only going to release a body of work once the business plan is in place and once the marketing is in place.
No booty, what?
More booty, more problems.
More booty, more problems. Charles, more booty, more problems.
Yeah.
Booty alone. Okay,
Yeah.
Marvin, where can people get hold of you? Social platforms, music?
Music, it's Marvin Lukas. My name is Marvin Lukas, yes. Just search Marvin Lukas, you find me wherever on YouTube. I got 2 singles out. I got Halo, I got More Booty, More Problems. Halo is a very sensitive song. It really touches you if you're a person. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I love booty, no lie. I love women in general. I love. Yeah, I love them specific. Like I have a specific type and whatsoever. But at the end of the day, it's all about what's in the mind and not the appearance. But then yeah, that's me.
All right. Ish, guys. In fact, I love this interview. What did you guys think of Marvin? Good.
Yeah.
Nah. So we're ready for this episode. Huh?
Opening act at your event.
Opening act. One time. It's sealed.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much for coming to the Mormuse podcast. Of course, my name is Tsakane, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself. We're of course live from Mamelodi. You can catch us. Make sure to bump into us one day. If you're Tsakane, what does tao mean?
Tao misang wolf.
Popping, no? Okay, where is popping? Come on, pull through. You might just pump into me. Of course, check us out on all our social platforms. This is, of course, Marvin Lukas, everybody. Signing out. All right.